These are the most important things to do after buying a high mileage Hemi Ram. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Happy Friday. Definitely appreciate you taking your time out to click on my video and watch my video. Definitely, if you're a Mopar fan, you're a fan of these Ram 1500 5.7 Hemi, definitely subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about after buying a high mileage Ram 1500, the most important things that you have to do. So before I start talking about this topic, is you got to understand, you got to prioritize, damn, I can't even say that word, but you get the point. But you got to understand to do a major maintenance test check. When I mean major maintenance check, is because your truck that you just bought has a high mileage, and there is a possibility, could be a lot of things that could be wear out, that could be needing to be changed, or you never know what you could find when you go ahead and you spent, even though you're getting it for cheaper, but the mileage is going to be higher. That means there's a lot more maintenance you got to do when you buying a Ram 1500 Hemi with the 5.7 inside of it. So I came up with a list of things that could be able to help you. You could be able to go through your checklist, and definitely there's two ways to go about this. You can either do, if you know about cars or whatever this and that, you got some basic knowledge, you could do these things yourself. Or the second thing I recommend is to really go to a professional, even though it's going to cost you some kind of money, some kind of funds, whatever. At the end of the day, is important for you to do this, because this really going to help you save on whatever repair costs or whatever issue that you probably run into. You might not even know about it, but you're not buying a brand new car, so you want to be able to do all these things that I'm going to be naming. So number one is on my list is going to be, you got to be able to do a fluid check, fluid change. And when I mean a fluid change, I'm talking you got to be able to do an engine oil and filter. You got to do your trans fluid and filter. You got to do your differential fluid. Also, you got to do a coolant flush, a brake fluid, pretty much checked out. And so all that stuff you got to be able to check, that I just named on my list. These 4 or 5 things I just named on my list, these are very, very urgent, and I would highly suggest that you do it before you decide you want to travel wherever you want to travel with your vehicle, this and that. Because like it's obvious that you got a high mileage car, and you don't want to really go off of what somebody told you before, the previous owner telling you, yeah, the car doesn't need much or need this. You normally don't want to do that. All of these things you want to be able to check and double check and make sure, because most of the time people will tell you things and it could be the completely opposite, and you end up listening to that person and not doing your full check, going through your full checklist. Could probably cost you, it could probably cost you some real major damage. It could cost you a lot of money, to where that car could probably have some real serious major damage. Because the higher the mileage is, it just show that the more things that you really got to be aware of to check out. And it's not like a brand new car that you're buying where you could just jump in and drive. So make sure you check out all these things on this list that I just named to you guys. Save yourself the headache. The next thing I would say is you want to be able to check, you want to be able to inspect and replace pretty much items that has some kind of wear. For example, your spark plug, your air filter, your belt, your hose, your wiper blades, your brake pads, rotors. Those are a bunch of things that I just named that are very, very important when it comes to you owning any kind of vehicle, not just strictly a Ram 1500, but any kind of vehicle at the end of the day. If you buying used with a high mileage, importantly too, if you buying from like a second, I wouldn't say like a dealership, because sometimes it depends on the dealership, but if you buying from a person like Facebook Marketplace, where it's not really like a certified pre-owned dealership or something like that, then these things is mostly important for you to do. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, there's some crooked dealerships out there where they would tell you they check these things and inspect all of these things on their list, but 9 times out of 10 you end up driving a vehicle, you end up finding out that it needs some kind of brake pads, or it needs some new belt, or these are all things sometimes like it just, I would say pretty much I would say this way. It's like if you get in your car from a dealership, it's not a certified pre-owned, or either way I say a certified pre-owned, it wouldn't hurt you for you to do like a basic routine check just to be on the safe side. Make sure like, okay, this is not something as, okay, everything's same as what they say it will be. And if you buy from on the streets, or you buy from somewhere else like Facebook Marketplace, all these secondhand places where you can buy stuff from, yes, it's important for you to do this. Like, definitely, if you don't have the experience, take it to a shop that you trust, get it checked out. So you want to check for issues related, like these are related issues to pretty much high mileage car, like Ram, mostly sometimes like Ram, like they have like these kind of issues sometimes. If the 5.7 Hemi Ram, you have your exhaust manifold crack, pretty much sometimes they have a crack on there. Your suspension component pretty much wear out sometime. You can hear like an engine ticking noise, stuff like that. These are all issue related to checking for on a high mileage Hemi Ram. Like those 3 things I named. We all know the Hemi ticks and stuff is notorious for once you have over 100,000 miles, or sometimes less than that. So you always want to make sure you check for these things. And last but not least, this is another thing a lot of people sleep on, is to check your maintenance history of your vehicle that you're going to be buying or that you bought. Me, I'll say do it before you buy it, because it's important. The reason why I said do it before you buy it, because you get to see if that car was really well taken care of. If not, leave it alone. Go somewhere else. Go to like a certified pre-owned dealership, because if you check a vehicle maintenance history and there's not really much showing, that means that that person who owned that vehicle before never really was doing any kind of real maintenance to it, and that could really be some kind of huge impact on later on down the line for you, which it definitely will cost you. So I'll definitely stay away from something like that. But all of these things I just named out is definitely helpful for not just Ram 1500, but any vehicle specifically. If you're out there trying to buy yourself used, it's always definitely good for you to go through a checklist and make sure everything checked out to be what it's supposed to be. But if you definitely find this video helpful, make sure to leave a comment and hit that subscribe button. It's going to cost you now. Support the channel, man. Like, I would definitely appreciate it. Happy Friday. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.